Hey everybody, today I have the Creatrix Solutions Tri-Oxy Fresh. It's the ozone generator, and I'm going to unbox it and go over what is included when you purchase this. This is the box it comes in. I have already pulled everything out just because of visual effects. I don't want to have to undo this and show you. So everything comes in packaged and very protected in foam. When you get this, you don't have to worry about it being damaged when delivered. So I'm going to put this away. And I'm gonna go over the star attraction, of course, is the actual ozone generator. It's an 800 milligram an hour machine, which is higher than pretty much anything else that you're gonna find on the market. This comes with it. Again, you have spots here in the back, like if you wanna put screws, and you can hold it and mount it against a wall or anything like that if you wanna keep it in one spot, but you can also pop it up and use it. So this is the machine all by itself. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug it in, so it does come with a power cord. The power cord goes in right here at the bottom. It's gonna turn itself on, but it's not fully on until I press the on button. And then, so what also comes with it is the silicone hose. The silicone hose goes in right over here. You have the male part and the female part. Push that in, create a tight seal, and then you have the end, and this is where the ozone is gonna come out. Now, when you get the generator, it's gonna come with different diffusers. Personally, I use this one probably 9 out of 10 times. It's the kind of stone ball. So I'll show how to use it. You're gonna push that in. You have a tight seal all the way around. So one cool thing about this, it's a safety, is if I just press on right now, if I don't press anything else for the next few seconds, it's gonna automatically turn itself off, which you'll hear, just like that. So what we're gonna do is first I'll show you how to manually have the buttons, because you have the buttons you can push, and then we also have the remote for it. Okay, so I'm gonna use this glass jar here, and what's gonna happen is I'm gonna put this in here. So now it is in the ozone, the water is gonna ozonate it. And from here, I'm gonna start by pressing the on button. And again, if I don't press anything, it's gonna turn itself off. So I'm gonna press the up button, which is right here, and this does 5 minutes increments. And I can change it. And once I leave it where it's at, it's gonna set itself off and it's gonna go for 5 minutes. You'll hear it here in a second. So there you go. And when you're operating these ozone generators, you wanna make sure to be in an open space, ideally open door, open windows, because you're gonna start to smell the ozone really fast. And if you're in a close quarters area, it's gonna irritate your lungs and your throat. So it's not good, make sure you're in that spot. So if I wanna go ahead and I'm at 4 minutes and 40 seconds and I change my mind, I wanna do 10 minutes, I'm just gonna press it again, twice, and now it's flashing 10 minutes, and it's gonna go for 10 minutes now. It sets itself and it resets the timer. So now it's 10 minutes and 57 seconds. If you wanna change your mind again, you can do that with the low button. I can change it while it's still running, and as long as I let it sit for a few seconds, it flashes. Now it's back at 5 minutes. Now, when I decide to turn this off, if I want to turn this off early or when it turns itself off, the actual ozone is going to clear itself. So it's going to run, I believe it runs for anywhere from like 10 or 15 seconds afterwards, just to push everything out, which you'll see. So I will just turn this off. So the actual machine is off at this point, but it's going to run here and you'll see until it pushes everything out. So I use this for most part is for my produce, my vegetables, fruit, whatnot. I will take this water and put it into a towel, and then we can sanitize the kitchen area, the floors, clean things up that way. You can put it for like coffee enemas, and you can do it for drinks. I will show in another video how to set this up with the degasser, but you can see it turned itself off. You can also use this to like remove odors. If you've been camping and you have your clothes or your car smells like campfire, you can run this, not while you're in the car, but I would have the car on with the AC or the recirculation going on and do it for like 20 minutes while no one's in the car. You do not want to be in there, it'll irritate your lungs. But after that, all the campfire smell will go away. So there's a lot of good uses with ozone. I'm gonna stick this back in here for now, and I'm gonna show you with the remote. So the remote, this is a nice little luxury. This right now is off, and I'm gonna turn it back on, and I'm gonna start using the remote. So the remote has different settings that are also very straightforward. We have the on and off, we have the up and down. Now when you use the up and down with this, it doesn't do the 5 minute increments, it does the 1 minute increments. So if any specific reason you decide you wanna use the ozone machine for 7 minutes or 8 minutes or 12 minutes or 22 minutes, you would wanna use this to specialize in that. Then you can also customize programs on here. So if you want to just always have it at a 10-minute program or 10 minutes on and a certain amount of off to give it a rest in between if you're going to do multiple cycles, this is where the remote comes in. So you have it to set. Once you've set the time, you can hold down the set button, and then you can also hold down the confirm button. And then you can modify the run time as well as the off time. So again, you could have this running. Side example for my ice tank. I will run this for 20 minutes on, and then I run it for 15 minutes off to give it a break, and then it goes on and off. So it'll keep going, and it keeps the water in my ice tank purified and clean, so I don't have to replace the water as much. So it's a great little thing. So I will show, we can turn this on. And remember, if I just do that accidentally, I didn't mean to do it, if there's no other buttons pressed, this is gonna turn itself off like it just did. So I'm gonna do on, and then I can change the numbers here. So I can do, let's see, 15 minutes, 20, and I can set it. It's set for 10 minutes because that's my previous one that I have. So I can confirm that. And it's gonna run here in just a few seconds. Let's see, there we go. So it waits to make sure that I don't need to press any more buttons again so that it doesn't start before I'm changing it. So again, you can modify the off time for how long you want it off, whether it's 5 minutes to give it a set in between, as well as the run time, the set, you can confirm it, and then up and down with the times here, okay? And so I'm gonna turn this off. And the machine is off, but as I mentioned before, this runs for another probably, I think it's about 15 seconds, and it pushes everything out. So I can pull this out, and it's gonna make sure it pushes all of the air out too, so it kind of helps keep it clean. If you purchase this, I would highly suggest also purchasing the bundle of the refresh, which I'll go over in another video, but the main purpose for this is to kind of degas the ozone. So if you're using the ozone machine specifically for like enemas or drinking water, this is a package that you're gonna wanna get as well. They do come in a bundle, so if you wanna purchase them together, it's a cheaper discount than buying each of these individually. So I'll go over this in another video, but this is what's gonna be needed to remove the off-gassing, basically to degas the ozone from the water so it's not harmful.